All right, welcome to Cult Following. I am your host, Elias Alexandro, and together we're going to go against the grain. We have a very special guest in the studio tonight. He's so special, he is in the Hall of Fame. But not just any Hall of Fame, Cult Fame. He is a master in film scoring. He's a true legend, in fact. Composer, musician behind
Killer Klowns from Outer Space. It's crazy.
From his groundbreaking synth work in that 1988 classic to orchestral re-recordings, video game scores, and contributions for major brands like Disney and HBO, he's been crafting unforgettable musical stories for decades. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. John Massari.
Thank you very much. Did I blush, by the way, while you were saying that?
The way you said thank you very much sounded like Elvis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So happy to have you here, John. We've had you. We've had you before to some of our live events.
Right.
We had a really nice collab at our inaugural film festival in 2025 in downtown Los Angeles, Frights LA Film Festival, the very first official year at the convention center, and you were our special guest. You did a panel. How did that go?
That was a lot of fun. And there were a lot of tough questions because the audience was peppered with filmmakers.
Oh yeah.
And I think a few things that I said to them ran against the grain, so to speak. You know, when I was talking about certain norms that are expected of creative people and collaborating with people, and how things could be switched differently. And there was one gentleman that says, "Oh, when I work with someone, I want them to do it this way." I go, "Well, that's fine. I do it the other way."
Yeah.
You know.
Life throws you curveballs.
Right, absolutely.
Life will give you...
I've had a couple of curveballs. I've had strikes. I've had slow balls. I've had knuckle balls.
Hey.
I've had
my
balls busted.
Whoa.
Yeah. You know.
Well, you've also had some really good knockouts as well over the years. And, you know, the main one that always comes to mind is, of course, Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Right.
With a title like that,
right.
I mean, how can you go wrong?
Very dear to my heart.
Very dear to your heart.
Very dear to my heart because the movie was not well received.
At first.
And when I told people, I go, I'm working. They said, "What are you doing?" "I'm working on this really interesting movie with these three filmmakers. They're brothers. They came up with this crazy movie." And you got to figure at that time, Tim Burton had released
Batman Returns?
No, after that, Beetlejuice. Yeah. So I said, yeah, this is that trend of very creative, very weird and wacky, scary, but funny, scary, frightening, terrifying, but however, very interesting to look, to experience, and just loaded with creativity. If you're all familiar with the movie, you may remember when we first come upon in the forest, we have that beautiful circus tent, UFO, spaceship, and I thought to myself, I fell in love. I said, okay, I'm on the same page with this movie. I have to do this movie. It was like a life's mission for me. Musically, the movie. The only piece of music they had temp tracked into the movie was the Dickies opening theme song. Which they had done without seeing the movie at all.
Wow.
And when it came on, I heard that song. I go, "This is going to be a fun movie. Let's see where it goes."
Punky.
And I really loved it. I loved the energy. Loved the attitude of it. But when it came to that scene, I go, "Okay, this movie's got pedigree." It brought back all those memories of all those great science fiction movies that I'd seen, like The Time Machine, Mysterious Island, Forbidden Planet. So, anyways, obviously, you could tell I was very fond of it. Unfortunately, not many people were fond of the idea. right?
Right.
And unfortunately, as well, it only played, I think, for 2 days in the movie theaters. So by the time a movie review was written and a week later people want to come and see the movie,
already
it's
out.
gone.
Yeah.
I went to school with Christopher Young, who did Hellraiser.
Mm.
And Hellraiser played in the movie theaters for 6 weeks. I saw it twice.
Oof.
And so I told Chris, I go, imagine if Hellraiser only played for 2 days and no one got to see it.
Exactly.
And it was just a rumor. There was this really cool, creepy movie. So it took years. We're from 1988. I think it took probably, for me, where I even recognized that it had reached its target audience. I think it was 2010.
What?
Okay, so that's got to be like 22 years.
Okay, you've got me perplexed.
Yes.
22 years goes by.
Yeah.
You are attached to this incredible story.
Right.
It goes against the grain.
Right.
People count it out. When was it? In what year was it that you said you finally realized, oh, it's found its audience? What year was it?
I think I want to say 2010, 2012.
So what happened in 2010, 2012 where it finally snapped, where you're like, oh, this is a cult classic?
Well, I knew it was a cult classic. I just
Right.
wish people could have seen it, right? I wish people could actually, the audience that it was intended for discovered it. And I think little by little, over generations of people, I mean, there are grandparents that pass it on to their kids, finally got it through. And I was invited to Monsterpalooza. And quite by accident, there was like some sort of... and I didn't even know that these things existed, where people sat at tables and signed memorabilia for people
know
or
it
anything
well.
like that. So I had no idea that was going on. And when I was invited, I go, well, what's going to be happening? Well, you're going to be sitting at a table meeting fans. Oh, great. I don't understand. What do you mean? Is it a convention? I go, what do you mean a convention? Because to me, a convention was be National Association of Music Manufacturers. So I go in there and I met all these fans that loved this movie. And I thought to myself, they deserve more than just coming here and, getting a piece of paper with a signature. So I kind of embarked on reinitiating the musical awareness of the score, because the music was recorded the music was composed from a very classical standpoint. In other words, the music, the character of the music for Killer Klowns had to be classical to add contrast to the craziness of the film itself.
Right.
So that's when I discovered the fans and how much they love the brand and the music as well.
Oh my gosh.
And it's very wonderful. And it to me, it was very heartwarming, because finally, after all of these years, someone can enjoy this. And, you see people smile on people's faces all the time, kids, adults.
Yeah. This Killer Klowns is, when you think about it, it's actually the perfect gateway drug for children and horror.
Into horror, yeah.
To introduce kids to the genre.
Right.
Unless they've got a phobia or something.
Right.
But it really is the perfect sort of sidestep into horror fandom, trying to figure out, oh, there's a scary movie that happens to deal with clowns. This ain't your mom's Ronald McDonald. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I love that you were able to sort of capture that and live with it for 22 years until you realized, oh, this is boomeranged back and it's now bigger than me.
Yeah, and I want to be here for them.
Yes.
And I'm totally ready. I mean, I've already recorded during COVID. I re-recorded the entire score.
That's right. I was
Again,
gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, I re-recorded the entire score as if I was doing it today, right? And of course, there's also the orchestral version.
Yes.
We went into
so there's two new updated versions.
There's
of
two new updated.
soundtrack.
One is not the one that I re-recorded the entire score is not available yet. The concert movie, that also is not available yet.
Wow.
That was shot here in Hollywood with, we had a beautiful Montalban theater.
Oh.
We had it was a capacity crowd, and
Wow.
I mean, it was amazing to me because like celebrities came. I was telling my wife, I go, oh, these people look familiar. Oh, that's from person from this series. That's person from that. Wow, why would they come here? Because it's weird. People love weird stuff.
And they might have grown up with it.
And they might have grown up with it as well.
You
So
never know who this film might have touched.
yeah. So I mean, there are from a musical standpoint, there's there's music that I've recreated for appreciation, and obviously there is the Waxwork Records restored master of the original soundtrack.
Nice.
That beautiful artwork they did.
Oh, it's stunning. I need a vinyl.
Incredible.
I need you to sign a vinyl.
I'll get you one. I will get you.
Is that a promise or a threat?
That is a premonition.
It's a premonition. I love it. We just did a Final Destination event literally last night. But my friend, you've been sort of like a fixture for so many years in the industry. I'm sure you have been a fly on the wall of countless studios. Can you let us in a little bit? Is there any memory that sticks out from your decades in the industry that in either a good way, bad way? Give us the drama. We want to know.
You want the drama.
Us with something.
You want a PTSD style movement.
Yes.
Well, there's a few of them.
Traumatize us.
I shouldn't say there's a few. Kids, if you ever decide to get in the media business, it's not all it's cracked up to be, and it's kind of tough. You will mess up sometimes. You will have victories and you will have defeats. The defeats, somehow you remember the defeats more, and I think that's important so that you don't repeat the same thing. Then
Sometimes the best diamonds are made under pressure, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And there was a time I was working on Little House on the Prairie. I was an apprentice.
Very different from Killer Klowns.
Very different from Killer Klowns from Outer Space, and that particular day we were recording at the record plant here in Hollywood at one of its larger studios that can handle a 35-piece orchestra. And we're recording Little House on the Prairie, and all of a sudden we were hearing boom, 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 boom from the walls just vibrating. And it turned out Aerosmith was doing guitar overdubs. And so the general manager goes
like next door to you guys.
Yeah, right. It was so loud. And I mean, the amp that he was using was a standard size amp, but the control room was just blasting it. And so they asked, can you guys cool it for the next hour and a half or so? I says, oh yeah. They came in. So they came in to see the session.
So you got to the sound Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah. And now you got to figure this is a 22-year-old John Massari. I'm going, oh my God, 4 years ago I was playing in rock bands, or before heavy metal was hard rock, and I go, I'm not going to turn around. I don't want them to see me. I was so embarrassed. But anyways, so now here's the I don't know if it's PTSD. You got to have a tough skin. You got to stand up for yourself. If you know you're right, keep on that path. Just stand your ground. So
you're right, get it tight.
Absolutely. One of the Kickboxer movies, there was I was the second composer. The first composer had been fired, and I was about to start on the movie, and they said you've got to meet in person with the owner of the studio that owns the production company that's doing these films. And I go, okay, all right, because he's having a problem having to pay you what you're asking for. I go, all right, I'll meet with him. I go, listen, we got to finish your movie. We got to make a decision because I want to put some time into this. The way we're going, I'm not going to be able to give you what you want. So it's very intimidating. He was in his 70s, right. And he says, well, I just don't know. I don't know you. Okay. I shook his hand. He says, what is it you want to know? He says, well, I've heard your music, but I don't like it. And I brought a box over here of other composers. And I want you to help me pick someone. I go, okay, let's do that. All right, where's the box? Look in the box. Unbeknownst to him, he did not know there were 4 cassettes of mine in there, right? And these were not the cassettes. I asked him, what music did you listen to? Oh, I don't know. Someone played me something at the office. Okay. So I went in there and I started playing My cassettes.
Oh, wow.
Now, this is audio cassettes now. I play that. He goes, oh, that's really good. Put that to the side. I like that. I put the other one. Same thing. Says, no, so now we're getting close to what we're looking for. All right. I guess you're right. You made your point. Do you want to see who you need to call? And all four were mine. He looked at me and said, F you, F you, F you, F you. He was so pissed at me because I was right.
Yeah.
He was wrong. But sometimes that happens. Anyways, I did the movie.
So let's clown around, John.
Okay.
All right. Let's clown around a little bit. 2016. Have you heard of,
that wasn't me.
You're like, whatever it was, I wasn't there. The clown epidemic of 2016.
A reported clown sighting at a Greenville apartment set off a nationwide killer clown panic. That initial sighting was reported August 21st of 2016 at the Fleetwood Manor Apartments in Greenville County.
Got our kids scared to where they don't even want to sleep in their beds and go to school in the morning.
This type of call in particular, where people are alleging that the clowns are being used to lure children in, then of course we're going to take that serious.
Created nationwide panic. People in menacing yet colorful costumes were seen and spotted lurking around public spaces, leading to school lockdowns, massive media coverage, hysteria in every corner of the internet.
Okay.
So it felt, I'm sure, to some Killer Klowns fans out there that the movie had come to life. Where were you during the 2016 clown epidemics? And did you find any sort of connection or any sort of weird meta experience during that time?
Your Honor, I have video proof of where I was at that time in 2016. I was on the...
Sustained.
I was at the Warner Brothers lot, the Clint Eastwood scoring stage, recording one of the first orchestral realizations of Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Hell yeah.
So that's
when
where I
you
was.
When you first sort of... That's cool, though, because we're still immersed in Killer Klowns.
Yeah.
When there's Killer Klowns outside the freaking studio.
Right.
Potentially.
Right.
Wreaking havoc. Now, another question for you that's related. Did you notice, as composer, as a creative from the official film, did you notice a surge in ticket sales or streams or overall pop culture interest? Did you notice a surge around that time?
I know what you're asking. You want to know if my ASCAP royalties got bigger?
Well, come on, dish it out.
Well,
spill the tea over here, John.
it's so interesting because things just started to expand with that particular brand, and that rhymes. That's when Hollywood Horror Nights was saying, we've been trying for years to get even a scare zone, a Killer Clown themed scare zone, and they just could not get it together. And when they got the Killer Clowns scare zone in Florida, it was one of the most fun attractions, because what people would do is buy food from all the restaurants, bring it there, and hang around and dance with the clowns. Because my music was blasting, my new music was blasting.
Sick.
And people were dancing, having so much fun. I go, my goodness. And now a scare zone, if I learned this only because I went there, is a transition area.
It's not an official house.
Exactly.
Right.
This is where you're going to go, oh, here's we made a Mummies theme or a Frankenstein theme scare zone.
You're walking from house to house.
On your way to a haunt or within Universal Studios. But people hung out there and were dancing and doing social media, taking film and all that stuff. And I was just so happy to be there for that.
There's also the video game
Right.
that came out. Now,
Right.
correct me if I'm wrong, John, but the movie took about 6 weeks, right, to score? About 6 weeks?
Yeah.
And the game...
Was 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks? Well, I hear the game took 6 months.
No, actually, the game, there's a lot of... there was a lot of turmoil with developing the game, so it took a while. to get that done. Be quite honest with you, I have not seen the game.
What?
Yeah, if you can imagine that. No, I haven't.
Well, we
seen
have
the
it
game.
right here. Let's. I'm just kidding. Let's do some gameplay.
So I did do a volume of music for the. There was one company that was developing the game. Then all those assets got turned over to another company.
Okay.
And so everything just changed.
Alrighty, John. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little thirsty.
Cheers.
Cheers. So this right here, you guys, sponsor of our very first episode of Cult Following, Mateína Yerba Mate. Now, this isn't just any yerba mate, folks. This is zero sugar yerba mate. It's cold brewed yerba mate, single origin sourced mate from Misiones, Argentina. Now, this brand was developed with Dr. Andrew Huberman, iconic neuroscientist, podcast host, and Stanford professor. Very smart guy, all right? So everything here has been researched, curated, crafted to be the cleanest caffeine you'll ever have. No crash, no jitter, no gut upset, and no dehydration. There's nothing artificial, no BS in this can. But we do add a little bit of organic ginger extract. So I'm involved with the brand. I know all about it, folks, okay? This is the cleanest caffeine and the purest yerba mate on the market. Just launched in Whole Foods Market nationwide, Sprouts Farmers Market nationwide, and we've got some exciting accounts rolling out pretty soon. So keep your eyes peeled for Mateína Yerba Mate at a store near you.
And may I add, Yerba gonna like it.
Yerba gonna like it. Folks, take a look at this beautiful bloody red can. Perfect for Cult Following. This is my favorite flavor, raspberry yuzu, but there's also mint limeade, mango key lime, peach passion, and our lemon original. All available in stores and also online on Amazon if you guys want it shipped straight to your place, okay? We've also got to give a shout out to WTF Studios. That is where we are right now. This beautiful set. What the f*** Studios, okay? Is that what it stands for? Yes, I thought so. We'll bleep that out. No worries, Mom. And now, back to the business. The format of a video game versus a film provides some sort of challenges.
Yeah.
I mean, in a film, it's start to finish. You're watching it. You can't really interact with it, change the pace. But in a video game, it's a little bit more interactive,
Right.
unpredictable. John, marry, kill.
Marry who?
Art the Clown, Pennywise, or James Charles?
And what are my choices? Something, and kill.
Yes,
What's
marry, or kill.
Okay, give me Pennywise. Wait a minute. What's the names again?
Art the Clown,
Art the Clown.
Pennywise, and James Charles.
Now, I'm going to go with, I will kill Art the Clown.
Interesting choice.
Yes. Is that okay?
I mean, this is your prerogative,
Okay,
my friend.
good.
What about Pennywise? What are you going to do to Pennywise?
I don't know. He can't. Wait a minute. I have to use the other two choices for this?
yeah.
No way.
You played this game before?
I don't like this game.
Yeah, he's married, folks. He has a wife. So I'll fix that answer for you. You're supposed to kill James Charles.
Okay.
Yeah. Always kill James Charles. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's the clowniest clown of them all, but let's not waste time on it.
Okay.
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Marry, kill John Wayne Gacy, Krusty the Clown, or Ronald McDonald. What do you say?
Can I just kill all of them?
Well, I mean, in your universe,
John Wayne Casey definitely kill.
well, right. He's chopped, you guys.
I'll marry Krusty the Clown.
Oh,
But I
Krusty,
refuse.
cute.
I refuse to whoever's left over.
Ronald McDonald?
Yeah.
He looks a little kinky though.
I will hire someone.
Ah, there you go. Hire someone who volunteers at tribute.
Always
Comment
get always
below.
get a
Who
always
wants
get
to
a,
f- Ronald McDonald.
always get a hire a professional for that.
Always hire a professional. Yeah, you're gonna get makeup somewhere. That's gonna be messy. All right. Well, I do have to bring this up since we're on the subject.
Okay.
You know, there is a term called coolrophilia. Are you familiar with
Yes.
coolrophilia?
Yeah.
Now, that for my listening and viewing audience is the sexual attraction to clowns. All right, also known as bozophilia. Okay, it's niche, but a dedicated subculture nonetheless. Now, you've been to many conventions, you've met many fans, and we love horror fans. We are horror fans, and we have a reputation of being a little funky, being a little weird, going against the grain. Have you ever ran into bozophilia on the road?
Me experiencing it
At conventions?
Well, I can't say that I have been afflicted with that particular philia, but I must say that I have seen some very attractive clown females.
Ooh, do tell.
At many conventions.
Yeah.
They know how,
like the Harley Quinns of the world.
They know what, I mean, they study it. I mean, it's like in their DNA. They've got it down. They've got the look, they've got the shape, they got the moves.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got the red nose that goes honk honk.
The eye thing where they draw the lines going down. To
that's
the
like
eye.
creepy, but also cunty.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's a term of endearment, folks. So cancel.
Or as we like to say, vaginous.
I mean, our live studio audience, give it up for our live studio audience. Give it up for yourself.
Yay.
Yay.
Guys have been so quiet. They've been so well behaved.
Everyone in the audience is dressed up as kinky clowns. Right?
How
about that? How about a porn parody? Kinky clowns from outer space. I think that would do numbers.
I think someone
on the
beat.
hub,
I think
okay?
someone beat you to the punch on that.
Really?
Yeah.
You know about it? You know about one?
No, I mean it's rumored.
It's rumored.
It's rumored.
I mean, you've got your own band right now.
Right.
You just released something at the top of the year, right?
Yes,
An album.
yes, you're
And
right.
We heard some of it before this interview, and it is damn freaking good.
Thank you. I have another composer I work with writing the songs. We both have life experiences that we want to encapsulate. The band, by the way, is called JM, and so we work together to make these songs. He'll start it and I'll finish it, or I'll start it and he'll finish it, or we'll both work on it together. And we think about who's going to play this, who's going to perform that. You know, I'll do some basic tracks, he'll do some basic tracks, but I says we need this kind of voice, and let's go to this band, see if their singer would play, their drummer. There's Jonathan Padilla. He's my co-producer, co-writer, and vocalist, an incredible guitar player. Mad Lucas, vocals. Maddie's voice has that special magic. Adam Gomez on drums, Dan Serper on guitar, Larry Getz, old friend of mine from way back when, on guitar, Darrell Freeman on bass, expressive melodic bass player, back in the Ukraine, drummer Anatoly Shmargun, extraordinary pianist Ryan Wyman. One of my favorite drummers to have play is Adam Gomez from the Dickies. Of all places.
Yeah, right. There you go. Full circle right there.
He's such an innovative player. Jonathan Padilla is my co-writer, co-producer. And so but the person who has the last word is me. I sit down and say, okay, we have all our ideas.
Whip, John.
Yeah, we have all our ideas, and this is the way I'm going to present it. I let everyone hear it to give their input and what have you.
It feels something old, but something new, something nostalgic, but something fresh. How would you classify the genre of this new album?
Well, I think having enough people listen to it that know this better than I do, they say stick with alt rock.
Now, you have, of course, a background in Killer Klowns, in creepy things, in really interesting big orchestral scores, but also synth scores and brooding, mysterious elements and musical stories. But you've also done some very fascinating other works like Paw Patrol, Blues Clues, Hoarders, and Impractical Jokers, just to name a few. Now, I'm curious that you have ran the gambit. Am I saying that term correctly?
The gamut.
The gamut. All right, you've ran the gamut with different genres, different sounds.
Right.
What is that a tough mental shift to do as a composer, as an artist?
Okay. Well, I hate to burst your bubble.
Please burst away.
I have never seen those programs you're talking about. So I have a body of work that I've
Yeah, you do.
amassed over time that is curated and managed by a company called Extreme Music. But basically, if I have something that I think is special that would work for their clients, they reserve the right to take it on or leave it. And they're excellent at finding suitable homes for all the music I have, plus other composers as well. So it's a company that was founded by two punk rockers in London, and one of their partners is Hans Zimmer.
Have you ever been watching something and recognized one of your pieces?
Okay, here's something here. I hope I don't shed a tear.
Uh-oh.
I will be working in the next room, and my girls would be watching the Disney Channel.
Stop.
And they go, Dad, they're playing the Princess Parade.
Oh.
So I wrote a piece, orchestral piece of music called the Princess Parade. And they would get dressed up and dance to it. Anyway, so it's one of the
Part of
pieces
your
that
childhood.
Yes, and so it's being used to advertise a special about Tinkerbell. So that's how I've discovered things. And there's some very kind of like spooky things. Spooky pieces of music that they have of mine that I'll see some kind of a TV series, like some kind of murder mystery TV series. And by the way, it's kind of rare that I have time to sit down and watch television. But there are a few times I'll sit there and we're going, that is very familiar.
Your music has painted many a picture for folks over the years.
Yeah.
Including your own family, your own your own daughters, your own flesh and blood.
Right.
But it wasn't an easy road.
No.
You've had to prove a lot of people wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And especially with Killer Klowns from Outer Space, you overheard them say that the movie was going to be a failure that will die a quick death, something to that extent. How does it feel to prove them all dead wrong?
It's the collective they. The collective them. Don't fear the them. Don't fear the they.
Don't fear the theys.
Stand up to them. Well, I mean, listen, I would work with producers and stuff. He says, listen, I cannot pitch you for this movie on your CV. You have Killer Klowns from Outer Space. They're not going to understand that. This is going to bring everything down. You got to take that out. I go, it's a good movie. No one saw it.
Oh,
no one cares. This is like 1994, 1995, And, but it's interesting. I would meet people professionally. He says, I managed to see that when it first came out. I was in Chicago or something like that,
You never forget your first time seeing that movie.
Yeah, right. And it says, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
What happened to that movie? I go,
hate.
I don't know. It's somewhere on cable, I think. It only showed on cable in the early 90s. And then there was this dry desert.
Where is it now? Is it on streaming?
It's it's
Probably
on
Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime. And there are other European outlets and other world outlets. I think in Japan, they showed it in movie theaters.
Well, hey, we showed it in our movie theater for Night Frights. It was a special screening, Night Frights LA Film Festival. Now, as I was doing research on the score, on your music, I kept running into the same sort of comment from fans. Wow, the music for Killer Klowns did not have to go this hard. And it goes f***ing hard, dude. So thank you so much for being here and sharing the story, sharing your life, little bits and pieces of your creative process, and sharing the legacy that is Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Boom! Love it. Cheers, folks.
Take
Catch you
care.
on the next one on Cult Following.